Good afternoon, guys. Now, discussion A today is about different countries' end of life care. And today we're going to go through Canada's end of life care. Okay, so that's today's discussion A. Please sit back and enjoy. Okay, here we go. The article highlights a shrinking start a shrinking development in Canada's end of life care system. A growing share of deaths in 2024 occurred through assisted suicide, formerly known as medical assistance in dying, or MAD, drawing on Canadian government report released in late November. It presents detailed statistics on requests, approvals, and outcomes, and situates these numbers within the broader trajectory since MAID was legalized in 2016. Requests in 2024, more than 22,500 Canadians formally requested MAID completed assisted deaths. Roughly 16,500 individuals went through with assisted suicide that year. Other outcomes: about 4,000 applicants died of other causes before receiving MAID. 700 withdrew their requests. 1,300 were deemed ineligible under the program's criteria. Share of total deaths: MAID accounted for 5.1% of all Canadian deaths in 2024, up from 4.7% in 2023. Cumulative total since legalization: over 76,000 assisted deaths have taken place since 2016. Growth rate: while the pace of increase is slowing, MAID still expanded by 6.9% in 2024 compared to the previous year. What the numbers mean in context. The figure underscores how MAID has become a significant and normalized part of Canada's healthcare landscape. A 5.1% share of national deaths is not a marginal statistic. It means that more than 1 in 20 Canadians who died in 2024 did so through assisted suicide. The cumulative total of 76,000 assisted deaths since legalization reflects both the demand for this option and the system's capacity to provide it. The slowing growth rate suggests that MAID may be reaching a plateau in terms of uptake, but the absolute numbers continue to rise. This could indicate that awareness and acceptance are stabilizing, or that the population eligible for MAID is leveling off. Broader implications, ethical debates. The rising share of deaths through MAID intensifies ongoing discussions about autonomy, dignity, and the whole role of healthcare systems in end of life decisions. Policy considerations. Canada's experience is closely watched. Internationally, as few countries have legalized assisted dying at this scale. The, the, the statistics may influence debates elsewhere about expanding or restricting similar programs. Healthcare impact. With thousands of requests annually, MAID is no longer a fringe upon, but a mainstream part of medical practice. This raises questions about training, safeguards, and how to support patients and families through the process. How the article frames this issue, the issue. The piece is primarily statistical, emphasizing the scale and growth trends rather than delving into personal narratives or ethical argument. By focusing on percentages and year over year changes, it conveys a magnitude of MAID's role in Canadian mortality without editorializing on whether this is positive or negative. Note to sensitivity. Because assisted suicide touches on mortality, autonomy, and deeply personal values, the subject can be emotionally challenging. If these figures feel unsettling, it may help to discuss them with trusted friends, family, or healthcare professionals for perspectives and supports. Would you like me to expand on this into a comparative lens, showing how Canada's MAID numbers stack up against other countries with assisted dying laws? That could add a global dimension to the context. Okay, guys, this is your A for today. I will be back on with B in a few minutes. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.